Season 3 of Power Book 2, Ghost begins with Monet still grieving heavily over the loss of her son Ezekiel, Zeke, Cross. As is sometimes the case with people who are grieving over a heavy loss, Monet is quite snappy and short-tempered with her family, especially with Diana and Lorenzo. Much of her anger is directed at Diana, but that isn't too much of a surprise when she was the one who exposed her true life in front of the Tejada family at the dinner table last season. The one person Monet is still kind to so far this season is Tariq because he was the one person who was with her at the time of Zeke's death, so she knows Tariq wasn't responsible for it. There's a bit of love between the two in their lone conversation in the Season 3 opener, which is a big contrast from the strictly business relationship we've seen them exhibit in prior seasons. As for Tariq, he's enjoying a new peaceful life away from the drug with his new girlfriend Effie. However, as it always does, Tariq's past caught up to him, leaving him to deal with a pesky business partner and the demands of Mecca's boss, who arrives to wreak havoc on his life more than anyone else has before. If you thought that meant Tariq was getting a break, well, it's time you met Noma. She was Mecca's boss and fiancé, and in her search to learn what happened to Mecca, she stumbles upon Tariq, Kane, and Brayden. In a matter of a few minutes, the trio watches Noma shot and kill a young lady, pistol whip Kane, and threaten to kill them all if they do not tell her how Mecca was killed. In the end, Tariq, Kane, and Brayden, and later Effie, are tasked with moving what's left of Mecca's drug supply. If Tariq thought Monet was a lot to deal with, it's only going to get worse with Noma. The stakes are higher and the risk is higher, but it remains to be seen if the reward will be higher as well. Elsewhere, Brayden begins work with the Weston family and continues to work with Tariq. Cooper Saxe continues to be the bothersome act we've known him to be, as her works with the enemy a bit more than expected, and the truth of Lauren's disappearance somewhat comes to light. This week's episode title couldn't be more perfect for the events that led by and took place in the Season 3 premiere of Power Book 2, Ghost. Your perception, your reality, the title reads for Episode 1. In numerous instances in this episode, we see examples of how the characters' perception of their worlds become their new reality. Tariq was made to believe that Lauren is dead, but we now know that's not the case. Monet thinks Zeke's killer is still on the loose when little does she know that they're living in her home, that being her husband Lorenzo. Davis believes Saxe is on his side when he's really helping Jenny get evidence that Davis is working for Tariq and the Tejada family. However, as the saying goes, when perception changes, truth changes, but this saying could also work if it were flipped. The truth always comes to light, and among all the aforementioned situations, one of them will indeed come to light and shake up someone's world and their perception of it. The truth that we know for now is that no one is ready to hear it. Whether it be Lauren's return, the discovery that Cooper is working for the other side, or the truth about Zeke's death, whichever comes out, if not all in Season 3, the damage that follows will be heavy.